All right. FBG Duck. You heard about that, right?
Yeah, a kid got killed in Chicago.
What do you think about the violence that's going on out there? Like,
honestly,
I
I got a lot of friends from Chicago, live in Chicago. My heart goes out to Chicago. I think, as much as what I hate to agree with Trump, I think they may need the National Guard out there because something got to stop. There's too many people getting killed. There's too many kids getting killed. I think like Father's Day weekend, they had like 101 shootings over the weekend. I think like 50 of them were like fatal. Like a few people died. I mean, that's sad, man. That's kids out there, you know. It's a sad situation.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. It's a lot of them that get killed from Chicago, bro. They is out there wilding.
What shocks me is I know Chicago is home for a lot of people, but I just can't see how they do it. Like, I mean, Houston has its issues and problems, but
like if I stayed there, I would have been had to try to scratch up me a little change and move to a whole nother state.
It's a dangerous situation, and the thing of what people don't realize about Chicago is very heavily deep with gangs. From the Al Capone Prohibition era, Cicero, gangs just, you know, you got so many gangs and they just all fighting and shooting and killing, and it's a sad situation because I see a lot of the little kids get shot and killed. That's innocent kids walking to school. If you ever look at I'm a big fan of Quincy Jones, and he wrote books and stuff, and I read some of his stuff, but he has a Netflix special, and it came out about a year ago. I watched it, and it was very interesting. He was about 7 or 8 years old walking home from school, and he was on the wrong street. This gang member, old guy, like 20, 21, grabbed him and stabbed him in his hand real bad. If you ever see Quincy Jones talking, he always hold his like right hand down. He has a vein protruding out, like his arm messed up.
Yeah.
He said this guy just kept sticking him in his hand with a stick, with a knife, stabbing him because he was on the wrong block. And this one, he was like 7 or 8 years old. So you can only imagine what it's like now. You know, back then in the 50s and 60s, they didn't have guns like they do now.
Yeah.
Now,
they got
these kids got assault rifles and stuff like
this. Shit like that. They ain't had them type of guns back then.
They didn't. And, you know, it's a crazy situation, but my heart goes out to Chicago. I have a lot of friends that's here from Chicago. They had to get out of there. This girl I used to hang out with, man, Brittany, she moved here and she said, "Man, I love Houston. I'm in Pearland, I'm relaxing, I'm laid up, I'm making money, I'm doing good." Mama saw she living. Her mama moved out here a year later. Sold her house. Said, "I can't take it no more." It's a sad situation, you know, because it's just like somebody pushing you out from your home. Like, I don't care how bad it get. New Orleans, Houston, New York, wherever you're from, that's your home. That's where your heart is. And when you have to leave because of something that ain't got nothing to do with you, that's a tough, hard pill to swallow.
Oh, you right. What about what Nick Cannon going through?
So Nick Cannon is suing Viacom for $1.5 million. That was the
was it million or billion?
Billion. That's what his brand is worth. You got to realize this, right? Viacom don't have that many good shows. First of all, Wildin' Out probably was the best thing they got. Now Viacom bought BT from Bob Johnson years ago, and Wildin' Out was probably the best thing. I mean, how many times can you watch ridiculousness with Rob Dyrdek and Chanel West Coast and Sterling? How many? They show that all day long. People don't want to see that all day long. They don't.
I love Wildin' Out.
Wildin' Out was a great show. I didn't understand it at first, but it's a great show, entertaining show. And so they took what he said on a podcast, which
was true.
It was true, but the thing about it is when you work with them Jews, you can't do that. You can't do nothing to make them look bad. Like, they want to make you look bad. You can't make them look bad because they'll pull a plug on your shit. So he's trying to sue them right now. And
so even with the apology, they wasn't going to give him nothing back that they took from him.
He even had a guy that was a rabbi, run a synagogue that he interviewed, and they apparently hashed things out, but they basically pulled the show from him. Because the thing about Wild 'N Out, I don't know what kind of contract he signed, but they could literally go put Wild 'N Out back out and just get another host.
Yeah. They was talking about getting Ryan Seacrest to do it.
It ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work without Nick Cannon. Only way it's gonna work if you have an African American comedian. That's how it's gonna work. They could rebrand it, do all this stuff here, and that's the thing I hate about a lot of people at these TV networks. They think just because, Maestro, we don't want him no more. He wants too much money. He acting crazy. Let's get somebody else in here and do it. But with African Americans, with us, if it ain't the same face that's doing it, we used to that same face. We like,
I ain't gonna lie, bro. It's a lot of shows, my nigga. Yeah. Spartacus season 3, when they had the new nigga, I just was like, I watched season 1 and 2, but after that, that's it. It's a lot of TV shows. When a certain person get killed off, I don't even fuck with it no more.
Yeah, it's like they hurt the brand, and I think Viacom and MTV is doing more damage to themselves than what they gonna do to Nick Cannon. You gotta realize Nick Cannon was writing scripts and stuff for Nickelodeon back when he was 15, 16 years old. He had $1 million.
Yeah,
and so he got money. He good. They doing more hurt to themselves because now they gotta try to develop another show to take this place. And you got to realize, Wild 'N Out been on TV for years.
Man.
You got to develop another show. Put money into a pilot.
And hope it.
And hope it grow. It's just like sales, right? It's just like sales. You lose one customer, you need 3 more customers to make up for that one.
You lost.
So now you got to come up with 3 more shows to make up for the sponsorships, because that's what it's all about, the sponsors, right? You got to make 3 more good shows
to be able to get enough sponsors to be able to pay money
to get money back that you lost on this one good show that was good.
Yeah, that all the sponsors was supposed to
exactly. So that's how it works. Everything on TV is about sponsorships. That's what it's all about. I was with this one TV guy, and he picked up the phone. He's like, They want me to pull such and such off this show because the sponsor's saying she too raunchy and too this and too that, but she make the show. And you look at a prime example. You look at Nene Leakes, right? Was it Housewives of Atlanta or something?
Yeah.
Okay, so look, every year what they say, Nene Leakes getting kicked off the show. She getting fired. She getting this. Nene Leakes always come back. That's the show.
Yeah.
I'm sure they probably want to fire her. But Colgate and Kellogg and the big money, man, you better put that bitch back on that show.
Yeah.
People watching her, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like that in TV, man.
Damn. So what do you think about the shot? They fired old boy from the shot.
Well, this the thing. And
I ain't gonna lie, I watched the new series.
I watch it now. I watch it now and it's good. This the thing. He did what he did at the wrong time. This whole Me Too movement, they taking this shit serious. No, I'm saying you laughing. These white folks and these Jews, they are terrified. Kevin Spacey, when he grabbing, they taking that shit serious. And he talking about this guy was
they cut his whole show. What was that? House of Cards?
They cut his whole show, and he has starred in I think what's that movie, The Richest Man in the World? They replaced him with Kevin Plummer, this old guy. What's crazy, they reshot the whole movie in less than a week before it's supposed to come out with that
Kevin Spacey.
With the other guy, Plummer, the old guy.
But it was supposed to come out originally with Kevin Spacey.
Yeah, it was Kevin Spacey. Yeah. But you gotta realize, these white folks are scared with this Me Too shit. You would think they would be scared, like, with racial tensions and doing stuff with black people. Nah, they don't give a fuck about that. You got some Me Too shit going on? Oh, hell no. They gonna come with lawyers. We're gonna pay them motherfuckers a boatload of money. Get that nigga out of here. Yeah. So, he messed it up for himself, and now what's so bad about it is he can't get an acting job nowhere no more. His life is over. Like, not life over. I apologize.
You talking about Kevin Spacey?
No, the black dude that played Eazy-E.
Yeah.
I can't think of his name.
Jay, I know exactly what you're talking about.
But yeah, his career might be over. It might be over. Once you get
he just got caught
with a bunch of weed or something.
The weed and a gun or some shit like that.
Yeah, we was selling weed or some shit. Yeah, I'm
yeah.
like, oh, come on, bro. You selling weed now? Like, thing about it is, man, when you get in stuff like that, man, the best thing you could do is put out a book or go public with what you did and apologize and let them know the true story. Because
from out the gate.
For who knows? It could be
a story that end up.
Something, no, it could be a double, what they call that? Two sides to every story. He could have been like, man, me and her was fucking, but I got drunk, went in her trailer, I was trying to smash, she wouldn't let me smash. So, you know, it is what it is. We argued, fight, you know, whatever. Now she doing this.
But you know what? I noticed she not on the show neither.
Yeah, she left the show too. She voluntarily left the show.
See, that I didn't know. I was wondering, cause I was like, damn, they fired him, but why she ain't on the show? I ain't gonna even lie. I didn't think they could make a comeback from that. But
I think she voluntarily left the show, but you know, the thing about Hollywood now, they taking that sexual assault stuff serious.
Yeah, when I seen they arrested Harvey Weinstein, I said, oh, it's real.
Yeah, and he in jail, apparently got COVID now, and it's just, but the thing about it is, this stuff has been going on in Hollywood for decades. It's a show on Netflix called Hollywood. And they talked about back in the 50s how Hollywood was. And it was a lot of gay and lesbian. They had a famous black actress. She was a heavy, Queen Latifah played her. And I had no idea this lady was lesbian. And I was like, damn, it was a lot of homosexuality back in the 50s in Hollywood. Like, these models and stuff was trying to get roles, and they was sleeping with these producers and shit just to get on. That stuff been going on forever. It's just that now it's been put in the forefront. Right now, I don't care if you're in music, Hollywood, whatever, you can't get away with nothing. They created, after this whole Weinstein stuff.
I ain't gonna lie, Bill Cosby locked up. You got Weinstein locked up.
See, Bill Cosby was a different situation. Bill Cosby was trying to buy, NBC Universal.
Yeah, I heard about that.
And NBC and / Universal, he would have had the networks, the record labels, the companies, and they ain't finna get that dude out. Come on now, let's be real. So he said, okay, cool. I got my own investors. We'll create our own new network. And that's what they didn't like. They didn't like it. Because you think about a lot of his accusers came back and was fucking with him after he had drugged them.
Yeah.
After he had drugged them.
Allegedly drugged them.
Yeah, allegedly drugged. You got to realize, everybody was doing Quaaludes in the 60s and 70s. Mm-hmm. Everybody was doing LSD and acid and weed and coke and all that stuff. They was doing it. It was the thing to do.